put it wrongly? I forgot to change the title before I went on live just now.
I believe the title I put
Okay,
it wrongly.
so today I'm not talking about how to recycle content because recycling content is actually in the previous episode. So today I want to talk about to you guys, which I'm changing the title right now. It's how to deal with insecurities. All right, insecurities. All right. When I talk about how to deal with insecurities, it can be applying to whether it's in your business or whether in your personal life. But I just want to attach to personal life for today purpose. Okay. So I like today I actually had a session with Kit this morning, and then he actually asked me about a lot of people before they go live there are so much of different insecurities that they have in their mind. Like for example, I'm not looking too good, I haven't did my makeup, and then my background is very messy, and then I don't have any good contents to share about. Okay, so if let's say you're just tuning in, I put the title wrongly. Today we're just talking about how to deal with insecurities. So that's why I want to address this problem. Whenever we are starting anything, right, there is always something that we feel like, oh, I'm not good enough. Maybe I feel very uncomfortable because just because I haven't done so, I feel very uncomfortable. And then I have doubts in my own capabilities on whether I can complete the task, right? So it actually this happens whether in your personal life or in your business. And it doesn't matter in which area. So I want to address this because I realized throughout the journey of entrepreneurship, I always found myself in this scenario. Like it is actually happening. Like tomorrow I need to do something that is I haven't done before. I feel the kind of like nervousness, like what if I fail? What if I didn't do enough? So that's where I learned about this concept. They said, right, it's all about you just need to be you just need to be good enough that you're okay to launch. A lot of us we are waiting everything to be perfect, like everything is 100% before we can launch something. Do you guys know that why like the bestseller books that you are reading, perhaps I love reading like non-fiction kind of books. So usually for non-fiction books, right, they always have this like the first edition, second edition, or third edition. Or even though we talk about iPhone, we also have like iPhone 1, iPhone 2, 3. Up until today, we have like iPhone 13, right? Have you guys thought about actually iPhone 1 is a prototype of iPhone 13? Meaning iPhone 1 is not perfect, right? It is just like a prototype. It is good enough to launch, just launch it. Imagine that if let's say Apple waiting everything in the iPhone is perfect before launching it. I don't think we have like iPhone 13 today. Maybe we don't even have an iPhone today as well. So that's why dealing with insecurities, I think it's very relatable to you want to be super perfect in everything that you do. That's why you always need to like really balance it out. Don't be the perfectionist inside of you to stop you from launching. So that's where I remember this thing I actually chatted with one of my friends. I think she's from Florida. So we chatted this, I think, last week before Thanksgiving, right? So she asked me, June, I am posting contents in my profile. She wanted to grow her Facebook group actually, and she wanted to know how she can build authority in other people's Facebook group. So I gave her some tips that using my GPG formula. So if let's say you guys want to know more about GPG formula, you can check out my YouTube channel. Just search like GPG, or just go to my YouTube. Okay, not go to my YouTube. Go to my Facebook page. Then you will know the first video we talk about this GPG formula to build authority fast. I kind of like shared it with her. I said, you know what? Let's not drill about what kind of content to post or not to post right now, because you haven't started posting any contents yet. And whatever I'm saying, whatever the advice I'm giving you is actually purely come from my own experience, as well as experience of my students, as well as my clients, right? So every niche is literally different. If let's say you want to know what is the best content to post, do you guys know what is the best method in order to making sure that you know what kind of content to post? The best method is by posting the contents. Because once you have posted the contents, you get data, you get feedback from the audience to tell you whether they like the content or not. If let's say you've been trying to perfect, like, no, I'm just trying to think, like, I want to make sure this thing goes perfect. I want to make sure, like, the post that I posted, I get a lot of likes, a lot of comments, and people resonate with it. If let's say you are waiting that moment to happen, you always will be caught under this scenario where um whether it's a chicken or an egg first, you're always caught under, you know what, I want to be perfect, then only I do the task. But there's no limitation on perfect. Like, what things that is perfect to you maybe is imperfect for me. Like, it is continuous improvement, right? So that's why if let's say you're being caught under this, you have like this perfectionist inside of you, you'll feel like a little bit insecure when you want to do something new. This is what you should do. Remember, as long as it is good enough, it is okay to launch, because a lot of things you can always pivot later on. Like, you can always fix the problem later on. But without you launching it, you don't have enough data, enough feedback to tell you whether it is good or not good. So that's the reason. That's also how I roll out, like, in 2021, right? If let's say you've been following me in 2020, that is where I start doing my Facebook live. I nearly did like one live per day. Like, this year, I'm a little bit inconsistent because I have other priorities, right? So I try to go live as much as possible, maybe 2 to 3 times per week, but then I do have times where I only can go live once per week. Okay, so that's why when I actually first started my Facebook Live, I didn't wait it to be perfect to I launch it. Not only it's about Facebook Live, it's also about when I started my Amazing Live Academy. So if let's say you guys haven't heard, Amazing Live Academy will actually help you to build authority and build personal branding via video marketing. So that if let's say you have been wanting to become just like me, you're able to do live anytime and anywhere, you probably should check out our Amazing Live Academy, because this is a 12-month access of academy, including self-study course as well as one free entry ticket to our signature program, Amazing Video Challenge, right? If let's say you enroll into our program right now, it's only at $197, because next year I'm just going to increase the price to $297. So if let's say you're interested, just feel free to check out our Amazing Live Academy. So back to let me see whether I have any links I can share. Yes, I have links that can share, so you guys can check it out. So when I first launched my Amazing Live Academy, right, I didn't have something that is perfect. I didn't have like, I kind of know what I need to teach. I have no idea at all. But I wouldn't let not knowing stop me, right? I always want to test. So this is how I roll out the Amazing Life Academy. So if let's you have been wanting to roll out a course for yourself, you can take this as an example of how you can launch it. Okay, firstly, I wasn't sure like what kind of content I should roll out, so I did a survey. I asked my audience, because back then, after doing almost more than 300 Facebook Live, I gathered an audience. They join my Facebook group. That's where I know I can always ask them. I asked them what they want to learn from me. All right. And a lot of them, they actually voted Facebook Live or video marketing as the core. That's why I want to deep dive into it. Like, just go into the rabbit hole. Let's say it's about Facebook Live. I did a survey. I asked them, hey, can you guys tell me like what specifically in Facebook Live you want to learn from me that you think is my strengths that you wish that someone else teach you? I asked them, right? I wrote out a survey form and I asked them, and I get data and I get feedback. And then from that feedback, this is what I did. I based on the challenges that they have told me or the aspiration that they told me they want to be, I actually jot down all the different problem statements, and then this become my framework for my course. At least I know, you know what, from A to B, that's where I want to bring them. Like, A, it's they are not able to do any live, right? B is about they want to be able to like do live anytime anywhere. So I'm trying to fit into in between the A and B. What are the missing link? And they told me exactly what are the missing links. So these are most likely they actually told me. They said they want to go live, but then they are afraid. And then what they are afraid of? They are afraid of not knowing what to say. They do not know how to appear confident. They are afraid that what if something in the middle, they kind of like loss of words. They want to be able to overcome fear, but then they need someone to guide them. right? So they told me along the way, that's where I rolled out the Amazing Life Academy. Back then, we only have like 5 modules. So because they told me right, they kind of like bought at an early bird price. When we actually launched it, it's only at $97, like super duper cheap. After that, after we have been like, they are inside. They went through the academy. They will then tell me, "Hey June, I think you could have include this. You could have include that as well. Like that would be awesome if let's say you include this." They have new problems, right? That I didn't answer them. That's where I take their questions to further improve the Amazing Life Academy and fix the missing link. Means I include extra modules. Some of them they want to learn like YouTube. That's why I included them include into the academy. So that's where along the way you improve your academy. Just like you, maybe you're starting a business. You have always want to start, but you're because of this insecurity, you always feel like you shouldn't launch it, right? So you should start something small. Just start something. Version 1. Along the way, you'll find out there are problems in between. Then you start with improve with version 2, improve version 3, improve version 4. If let's say you've been following me, do you guys know that the 7-day amazing challenge, we did not have that until like my birthday this year, like until June 2021. How I decided to roll out this amazing challenge. All right. So this is a 7-day amazing challenge. I'm putting a link down below. I found about this amazing challenge because after I did the Amazing Life Academy, right? It's a self-study academy. I realized some of my students, they're still afraid to go live. Then I kind of like, I feel very weird. I teach you guys everything in the academy. Why don't you go live, right? So I reach out to individual of them to get new problem, to get feedback. So they kind of like told me, yeah, June, I know you give me a lot of resources, but then I don't have the environment to actually help me. I was like, wow, you are right. You weren't given an environment that actually push you together, because otherwise you feel like you're very alone. You feel like so lonely, right? So that's where we then roll out. In order to cater that problem, I realized challenge is what they need. I seriously do not know whether it will work or it will not work. So that's why I decided, you know what, just roll out. Just roll it out. And we roll out with the first season. I remember the first season is I think is somewhere early of June. And then in June itself, we actually roll out 2 seasons. And then fast forward until now, we have actually roll out 6 seasons. And every time we see the feedback, right, we will then try to improve the element inside the challenge, right? So that's why when you ask me back, like June, do you have any idea what you were doing back then? I have no idea. I have no idea how to start an academy. I have no idea how to start a challenge. I have no idea how to do Facebook Live. I have no idea how to set up my YouTube channel. But I not knowing, I won't let the not knowing stop me, but rather I tell myself, you know what, you just need to launch it. As long as it's good enough, you'll figure out things later on. This is what I love about, I don't know whether you guys heard about this movie. It's a very famous book by Rhonda Byrne. It is called The Secrets. Okay, you literally do not need to know how to do something. You just need to make a commitment with yourself that you are going to do it, and then eventually you'll find a way. So that's what we are speaking about. So a lot of times we feel very insecure. Like, for example, maybe you want to go video, but then you feel like, I don't look nice in front of camera. So how to deal with this kind of insecurity? Remember, every one of us, we are imperfect, right? Only by being human, only by making tons of stupid mistakes and share it out, only by making the mistakes as something that to learn, or making it or record it as a journey, as a vlog for someone else as a reference, then only you are able to connect with the person. Like, um do you guys like for example, if let's say you're watching like Victoria's Secret model versus like a normal human being doing life, maybe we can resonate more to the normal human being, because we can feel like, oh, they are just like us, imperfect, right? They are not like pretty always. But when we watch like Victoria's Secret supermodel, when they are walking at the catwalks, then we feel like, there is a distance between us because they are too perfect to be true. So that's why no matter what you're dealing in your life, as long as it is good enough, just launch it. Never let the perfectionism to hold yourself back. And it's also, this is a reminder for myself, because I realize sometimes I do try to seek for perfectionist, try to seek for perfectionism. But I think it's a very, very good reminder for myself. Like, as long as you have an idea, you think it's good enough, just do it and just launch it. There is no ending to the perfectionism. Like, because even though right now you get 100% correct, you still feel like that is like, 101, 102, or 103 marks, right? So that's why you really need to remind yourself that. Okay, I hope that this video, it's whatever which journey you are in, I hope that this journey actually help you. Hi Pauline, I didn't notice your comments, thanks for hopping by. So that's why, always remember that. And if let's say you have been wanting to do that and you don't want to do it alone, you know what, I couldn't believe it, like, doing Facebook live is also a method that can help you to overcome the fear, not only the fear of appearing in front of the camera, but also it will help you to reduce the kind of perfectionism inside you. Okay, because you know what, the moment that you need to go live, right, literally, I don't care so much about background, I don't care so much about my makeup. I literally push you guys to just press the live button, even though you might loss of word in the middle, or even though you may seem like very inconfident. So if let's say you want to be just like us, able to overcome this fear, right, able to overcome the part of perfectionism inside of you, remember that we are starting an amazing video challenge. It's a 7-day amazing video challenge that, don't worry, there's nothing you need to prepare before the challenge, and you don't have to have any experience at all. I've coached my students who are introvert, who have never done video before, and we all able to complete 7 videos in just a week by using our MAP proven system and framework. And all you need to do through this 7-day amazing challenge is that I need you to just give me about 15 to 25 minutes per day. That's all you need to do. And I'm going to guide you what you need to say in the video. And you know how easy it sounds? It's just like me asking you 3 questions. And all you need to do is just to reply me in a video for the 3 questions I ask you. And not only that, I guide you, coach you everyday basis, is going to be bite sized. And I'm also going to show you the example of the video topic I assigned to you. How am I going to do that? So it is, we are going to focus on, like, literally hashtag what I call small wins. All right. So if let's say that is absolutely like something that you always want to try, you know what? 2021 is kind of like ending soon. We only have like about 4 weeks left. I couldn't believe it, like how times fly. So it's still not too late for you to kind of like challenge yourself, right? If you can do this Facebook live, I know you can, because I've coached more than 90 students to do that. If let's say you can do that, 2022, you can do literally anything in your life. Okay, so if let's say this is something that absolutely you want to do, feel free to check out our website. It's www.amazingchallenge.us, and this is the last season in 2021. It's actually season 7. We actually start season 1 in June 2021, and we are entering season 7 before we sign off the year of 2021. And remember, you have the power of choice to change your life. And let's start with the first ever Facebook Live that you're going to do it first. All right. So with that, I'm just going to leave the link down below. And also for anyone out there, if let's say, let me see whether I shared a link before or not. Okay, I have this free web class that I want to share with you guys, where I'm just going to put the link down below. Okay, so I'm going to put the link down below. Let me type it out. Authority training. So, if let's say you are someone that you have been wanting to be able to build authority in your niche, like become a mini influencer, you want to be able to grow your audience and to grow your following, all right? I have this free training. It's a free web class that you guys can actually check it out. And let me share with you guys. Okay, so this is a free web class that you can enroll. I'm going to teach you how you can build your following, build your audience. It's a proven personal branding building method that you can do it for yourself, even though you have no experience and you're starting new. So if let's say you want to check it out, this is an absolutely free training. You can go to www.junlo.co/ authority training. And I look forward to see you guys tomorrow then. Take care. Bye.